following tutorial is training on how to back up video on a C1000 Pro embedded DVR. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can use the DVD burner if you want, or you can use the USB stick. I like the USB stick. You can put a lot more information on a lot smaller media, so I like to use that. Now, one thing you're going to notice is not all USB sticks are created equal. Let me give you a perfect example. Here's a scan disc, here's a scan disc. We're going to plug this one in, and we'll watch the screen. Comes up, it says, yes, we see you, and then we click on backup, and if you notice, maybe you can, maybe you can't read this, it says format, and it says free space, 0.00 kilobytes. It sees that there's a USB stick because it's listed over here, but it sees it as having 0 available space on it. Now, I've already formatted this, but it just isn't going to work. Not all thumb drives work with these devices. So we're going to remove this one because it's just not working, and we're going to put this newer version in. And again, it pops up. It says, yes, we see it. Now notice what's changed. Instead of 0.0 gigabytes available, I have 14.67 gigabytes available. So this one it sees, it recognizes, and we have available space. So, how'd we get here? Let's back out. We went to the little house down here in the corner, and we went to the backup menu, which looks like the disk. It's right here. We click on the disk, this comes up, and then we can select our cameras across the top. We can select the times and the dates that we want to work with. I'll pick channel 1, yesterday through today, and then I'm going to do an inquiry. I want to see what's there. So we'll click on the inquiry and look at all these files that pop up. Now, to burn one of these, all you have to do is click over here on the date and time file, right over here in the little box, and then you come right down here and hit your, come right up here, hit your quick backup, and that will drop it right onto your thumb drive. Now this takes a half a moment, so I'm not going to do it here, but when you hit it, it'll come up with a progress bar, and it'll go all the way across and tell you what you have. So that's one way to make a backup. If you happen to know the camera and you know the dates and time that the event took place, you can back it up here, or you can come over here, go into playback, pick your camera again, channel 1, go to inquiry. Let's move these dates around a little bit. And we will inquire, and it shows us all the video that was recorded. And I'm going to come down here and hit play, and now we're into this video file. Now, let's see if I can find some activity here to back up. I guess it really doesn't matter. Once you find the event that you want, right down here on the bottom, you're going to see what looks like a pair of scissors. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, the event's about to happen, so let's click the scissor. And what that is that's a cutting, that's a begin, that's a start point. So the video's still playing, and after the event takes place, you click the scissor again. Now you've created a backup file. That backup file, as you can see, USB, it notices that we have that unit plugged in, and it shows us as having free space. At that point in time, you could click backup, and it'll burn a copy of that file. And if you notice over here, I have backup player checked. I'll show you what that backup player is in a minute. So we could hit backup. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it once. So I'm going to back out of here by hitting this arrow. And then we're back to this menu, and we'll hit X up here. And then we're back to the live screen. Now we're going to take this USB, we're going to plug it into our computer, and you can play this file using a couple of different items. I like to use GOM player, G-O-M Player, GOM, G-O-M. G-O-M, GOM player. Plays almost every video file made. Real nice product. I like it. So we're going to go here, My Computer. I'm going to click on this. We get a file like that. Now these are all the backup files that I made earlier. If you just left click on one, it's going to start playing it with GOM player, and you can see the video. Now this is when you make a backup from that first screen that I showed you. If you go to the second screen where you use the scissors, you'll get a file like this where it's got a blue icon. And you also will get a player. If you double click on the player and install it, it's going to launch this player, and then we're going to come up here, we're going to select File, and we're going to open a file. And then if you notice that thumb drive comes up, and we can pick any one of these files that we want to play. I'll go back down to the last one that I had made. We click on that, and here's our file playing. So you can use the player, you can use GOM player. If you want, you can right click on any one of these, and you can open with Windows Media Player. And if you notice, it'll also play on Windows Media Player. So there's several different ways that you can play the backup video on the C1000 Pro. I hope this has helped. Feel free to play it back. Have a nice day.